And once you start seeing the world through the lens of why is it happening for me, then you see so many more opportunities. The opportunities were always there. You were just focusing your attention on the bad things instead of the opportunities. Because actually with every challenge, there is an opportunity. And we just need to consciously focus our attention on that thing. And we do that by asking ourselves better questions. And one of the better questions is, why is it happening for me? Welcome everyone to LifewithLiza podcast. Our mission at LifewithLiza is to share people's stories and the challenges that they have overcome, so that those who are listening in can get the strength, the courage, and the hope to be their better selves. And today I wanted to welcome you in this episode, and I'm filming this on a Saturday evening and I have my cup of tea here, so make sure to get comfortable, and I would love to spend the next 10 minutes with you sharing some of my challenges and some of the revelations that I've had. And one of the big revelations that I've had, and funnily enough, lots of thoughts like this come to me once I'm working out or doing some heavy exercise or cardio, and I start thinking these thoughts. And one of the thoughts was, every disadvantage that we have can actually become our advantage. And learning how to do so is a superpower. So let me share a story from my life. I remember when I was applying for a job to work at Accenture, I was called and told that the job requirement, or at least the interview, would be in Dutch, and if I'm fine with that. And I said, sure, I'm fine with that. My Dutch it said in my CV that my Dutch is like A2. It was not really fine, but I really wanted to get the job, so I said yes to that. And then when I came to the selection day, it's basically the whole day of interviewing, I was the only person there who was not Dutch. Everyone else was Dutch, everyone was chatting among themselves in Dutch. All the questions, the interviews, the employers, everything was in Dutch. My head was hurting from so much Dutch because it's not my first language. And I'm not that fluent in it, so I had to concentrate extra hard in that present moment. But then I managed to get through the day, and I sincerely hoped just to do my best, which I did. And then everyone told me, when the recruiters called back, they called me and said that it was very interesting because everyone remembered me because I was the only non-Dutch person. And that everyone was quite impressed by me showing up there, not being able to speak Dutch fluently, but still taking on this challenge and showing up and trying to do my best. And eventually I got hired into that company. And it was very interesting to me because something that I thought or perceived as my disadvantage, the fact that I was not a Dutch person speaking Dutch fluently, actually turned out to be my advantage in the end, because everyone else was Dutch and I was the only non-Dutch person, so I would stand out from the crowd, and it was quite remarkable, and people would remember it afterwards, and eventually I even got hired into that company. So that's what I wanted to say to you, that if you learn how to see advantage in something that you originally perceive as a disadvantage, it's a superpower. And I feel like what enables us to do that is the mindset. If you actually start asking yourself the question, why is it happening for me, instead of why is it happening to me, then you see a very powerful mindset shift. And it's a very slight wording change. You just ask yourself, why is it happening for me? And you can just rely on your brain or your mind, on your consciousness, awareness to come up with answers. Because your mind will answer the question that you're asking. If you're asking, why is this happening to me? Or what bad things can come out of that situation? Your mind will give you answers. And if you're asking yourself, why is it happening for me? Why is this the best thing that has ever happened for me? Your mind will also come up with answers. And once you start seeing the world through the lens of why is it happening for me, then you see so many more opportunities. The opportunities were always there. You were just focusing your attention on the bad things instead of the opportunities. Because actually with every challenge, there is an opportunity. And we just need to consciously focus our attention on that thing. And we do that by asking ourselves better questions. And one of the better questions is, why is it happening for me? Try next time your mind slips and you notice yourself asking yourself the question, why is this happening to me? Pause, rephrase it, and ask yourself, why is this happening for me? And see how that works like magic. How that will actually show you the opportunities. And it's not that you're fooling yourself. It's not that you're pretending that this bad situation or this challenging situation is not there. It's not that. You're just focusing your attention on the positive side of the challenge instead of on the negative side of the challenge. And by focusing on the positive, you'll be able to act and react way better in that situation than if you focus on the negative side of it. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please be sure to subscribe to this channel, to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this and you think might find it useful. And I see you in the next episode.